Hey guys, welcome to YesUsers podcast. Today we have a very humble and innovative guest with us who specializes in the niche of community building. Give a big round of applause for Salmanul Faris. He's currently working in the founder's office of Katha Ads, and he also co-founded a community startup named Connect Emea. Salmanuel has a wealth of experience in fostering tech communities and driving community engagement through events, internships, and peer-to-peer learning. Let's welcome him to the show. So, Salmanuel, thanks a lot for joining us on this podcast today.
Thank you for the opportunity. So, just need card to Salman. It's fine. It's
Okay,
Salman.
right. No worries there. So, Salman, tell me one thing, right? One of the reasons that we reached out to you that you're working at a founder's office of Katha Media Technology, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted to understand how to get a job in founder's office, what is your typical day-to-day looks like, and what kind of responsibilities do you have?
It's mainly the use of my community, use my experience in community. So I say it's a accidentally happened, but the experience of the community is main reason to get that job. Basically, when I in my career, at the end of the my college education, I achieved the job for managing role, HR manager or like a managing role jobs. But unfortunately, I didn't get any opportunity. And because of I have no MBA, I also my college is a type 3 college, art science college. So I have no opportunity for the that role. So I just started to change my shift to career to developing area. So I started a career in building the coding. So my Instagram development I choose a course. And that time, I also looking for the manager role. That's why I'm also looking for the. That time, I saw in a job opportunity in LinkedIn profile. So I played that job, but job role like growth officer. It's like I not understand what the growth officer. I just invested the profile of the job role and also up the job role. Then the interview time, the CEO said that it's a sales team opportunity, is a salesperson. That time I explained my experience in community or worked in community. I have much of experience, 2 year experience. So that time the CEOs interested to, there is an opportunity on the office, are you interested? So that time, okay, I'm interested. This is the work need to be done. I like it's one of the my best decision I made that time. So I get the opportunity. I get some task. I done the task. Then I get the job opportunity. Is founders office that now I am working is founders office is basically is what like manage totally. This is startup. So startup. We want to work in every area. So I work as HR, as finance manager, and also managing our team sheets. Like we are working on sheets mainly. The our tracking system working on Google Sheet. So this our Google Sheet are managing myself, and also I have now I'm part of the in research part for the media and ad area, researching what are the ads are which are the brands are spending in our state, who are the brands, which are the brands, how are they spending in which area. These are the main interesting part of my job is a research and then we output the sales team. So the sales team get my report and they connect the brands and they bring the brands to our company.
Okay, so essentially creating, gathering the data and putting them in a presentable format for the decision makers so that the founders can take the decision and then you can pass on that report to the sales team so that they can work on it.
Yes. So it's like I tell what are the my companies doing. So it's a simple manner. Our company is a startup that is advertising area like Google and Instagram going in their platform Instagram and we are doing in WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp. We are two part of the area. The users are making the status, brand photo or in video are making status. The users can get money from that. One part. Then other side, when the users making the status, the users have much of views, 3 or 4 views. This is the our impression we providing to our brands. So these are mainly we are our promoting our WhatsApp in digital area, competitive of TV ads and the digital ads like newspaper and TV ads are our competitors. These are the basic overview of our company.
Wow. Thanks for that context. Right. And, you are a quite well-known community builder. So tell us something about one thing that is not obvious about building a community.
It's in our area, basically our Kerala state. Only Kochi, Kochi, like right?
Right. That's just-
Yeah, the Kochi based is only like Bangalore. Is Kochi based only work in the community high end, also like the big developers or the working class developers only contributing communities number of less students in our like arts and college like low level high engineering college students have no opportunity to connect in the like community. But the time of the corona, that the shift change
Yeah.
like one of the community in Kochi based thing, Kusat College is Tingarap community expand their opportunity to every college like arts science college, normal every college they provide their their team, their content, their opportunity to every students. That time we also started a community in our college. First we started a community, Tingarap community is only tech based community. So that time we get the opportunity, we know about community also, what are the community doing, what are the benefit of the community. Last time that Tingrap established in our college, we started. At that time we realized that our college was only arts science college. So the tech is not everyone cup of the tea. So we started to research what we can do, what next. And finally we understand that we want to create our own community is everyone students can join in the community in what we do. So we started a connect community like everyone is not tech, every person, the content writer, the designer. So every person can join the one community and they can contribute their part. So we started the new community as Connect Emea. This is our basic story of the Connect community.
Like EMEA. You are right. So thanks for sharing that story we wanted to know about. One other interesting thing I wanted to ask is that how to get an internship at Young Innovators Program. So please tell us about what this program is, what offers them, and how to get an internship there.
It's like YAP is one of the state Kerala sponsored event. Like the high school students, degree level or engineering upper students have an idea to build a startup. They can submit the idea into there. So they can get the money of winning the prize. Also, the government give the mentoring, also all support to build the startup. This is the basic. This is a government sponsored event. So linking to the you see in the GTech rural is one of the experience I in my process. This is what when I joined the GTech rural, there the government being connected with the GTech rural and they collaboratively done the work with the YAP event. So the YAP, when I joined the GTech rural, the second duty to my work was to manage the YAP like join an intern. So obviously I not directly joined to YAP.
Yeah.
Through the GTech rural. Okay, they collaboratively done the work for reaching the. So in the GTech rural is one of the community is working under the IT companies. So they have many connections, colleges, many schools. So the government approached the GTech rural. We want to work collaboratively so we can get more ideas, get more bright friends to submit the idea. So we have the duty to was a role of YAP in there. So we worked, so we went to the college and taking sessions to submit the idea. Well, to three stages are there. Initially, there are submit the idea. Secondly, what are the mainly course of this idea? Like the startup, basically 3 steps. So we are pushing the students to taking every corner of the area, the small high school to like a 5th to 6th to 7th high school students to college level. So we mainly I got opportunity to the GTech rural as a YAP in there.
Okay, that's really interesting. And what I feel is that a lot of young startups in India wants to create a community that is underserved, right? So even in my college days, I started a website called csonlinecommunity.com because I felt the company secretaries in India, and in this CS stands for company secretaries in India, are not getting a dedicated community, right?
Yeah.
So, but later on, I also saw a lot of other people, trying to serve an underserved community. So, what will be your advice? Should they develop their own website, or should they, try to latch on to an established network like Instagram or WhatsApp and try to create a group there? What would be your advice to scale a community platform, which is, any aspiring founders think is underserved?
There, initially it's easy to build startup in WhatsApp. It's the basic thing we can do. So we can reach out so many students. So we can filter out that. When we bring to Instagram, any website, it's not much better. We want to actually WhatsApp is the one of the powerful social media I prefer. So we are the WhatsApp, so we can understand what's the WhatsApp power of the WhatsApp. So it is the any age of category have to access to the WhatsApp. Okay, it's like 7th standard students to old age people also access the WhatsApp. So when we create a community, initially we already was starting the WhatsApp. Gradually we can change this better option. Better option is Discord. It is the one of the best option. The all community are running in Discord. So initially it's the WhatsApp. Then we gradually change it to Discord. It's very hard to change from WhatsApp to Discord, but this is one of the best thing to initially start in WhatsApp. It's a better option.
Yeah.
At last, the last option is the website. It's not website, not come to the website. Students not are coming. The students coming through only WhatsApp. We can share links easily, so we can get students onboarding through WhatsApp. After step by step, we can change the Discord or other options. Better is Discord. It's every option is available there. There is no stress. It's easy to handle.
Yeah, very great advice there. And this is what I learned the hard way is that, people think that, okay, we want to serve this community, let's just launch a website. And that's not the smartest thing to do, as you said, because what happens is that, you first need to understand what you are serving to the community, whether the community wants that or not. You want to, validate that hypothesis. And the best way to do that is start something and try to get the feedback, right?
Yeah.
You can serve the community in hundreds of ways, right? Are they, looking for jobs? Are they looking for some other kind of latest updates? So what is the main one benefit of all of them coming together, right? Try to understand that. And that is understanding that you can get at WhatsApp or any other platform, right?
Yes.
And then once you have honed down on hypothesis, then try to start investing in the infrastructure, like, shifting to the Discord, or a lot of people say Telegram is also is quite useful. Then ending, as you rightly said, last step should be building your website, right? Right. So that's really great advice. And I would, suggest the same thing to all the aspiring founders who are, who are feeling, okay, I want to create a community for this specific field, right? So thanks a lot for sharing that insight. Now we have a surprise for you, which is called rapid fire round. We tried to do it in the Karan Johar style. So you have to answer very quickly. The first question is coffee or chai?
I don't like both. I don't.
So what's your favorite drink then?
Occasionally I drink boost or horlicks or normal water. It's fine.
Yeah. Favorite travel destination?
It's like Sikkim, like northeast side is I met from the top. So I want to visit.
Yeah, me too. Visited Sikkim once and I fallen in love with that place. The next question is early riser or night out?
It's night out.
Me too. One word that would describe your community building style.
It's like empowering. Mainly our areas like women are they are not coming in front of the area. Women are like boys also. They are not interested in anything. They are just running like the way of going. They are not interested in anything. So we are empowering everyone person what's happening in the industry. What is right now the happening business. So we are empowering to need is needy must be.
Okay. Next question is iOS or Android?
Android.
Yeah. Now the question is favorite book or resource that has influenced your community building journey the most?
I know more book to person. Like I was interested in the atomic habits. Everyone need get their habit or discipline is must for the within the community.
Yeah. Last question: mountain vacation or beach retreat?
Is interested in mountain location. Is
Okay. Thanks a lot for that. Now we just have time for one more question. Like, what advice would you give to someone who also wants to build a community for a target audience?
it's initially we want to pick up some of very interested person to build initial team. We want the initial team, so we can't handle at the one person to building a community. So we want to build a initial what 2 or 3 person is fine. Build a team. Then second stage circle of our circle. I identify from that who was interested in our community. So that time we can get more better feedback from that person. You are our circle person. So 1 to 3 months we can bit on that like that. Some of 10 to 50 or 25% only initial stage. After that, we can elaborate to our society. Like mainly we want to target audience like community more work for students. I think so. More work for students this type. So initially we can get the students onboarded to our community. That time we can get more feedback and more encouraging or more ideating things when we have the vision. For see we can do this like that, this like so. This when onboard the students, we can get more vision from their contribution. So the students have more ideas of this community like work like this or this like more we want more this content. So initial stage we want to provide to college students, so we can get more time from the students. So we can build a structure for that. After the structuring, we can open to a portion of the areas. This is the good path to build a community.
Absolutely. And I hate to admit, but yeah, I have broken so many rules you have just listed. I'll reiterate them for our listeners. First of all, focus on early adopters. That, as you said, that, focus on the students and high school students because they are very quick to adopt new stuff that is coming in, right? Focus on the early adopters, right? And second thing that you mentioned is try to have a 2 to 3 people team around, which I couldn't agree more because I also built a community called study.and.app. So where what we were trying to do is a community of people who are, trying to prepare for a competitive examination. They know they should be studying, but they are somehow not able to do it. So everybody tells you that you should be studying, but nobody tells you what to do when you're not able to consistently perform, right? So this is what the community that we're trying to build. And instead of managing just one person, if there are 2 or 3 people around him, that makes the process a lot more democratic, or makes it seems like a lot more democratic than, just one person telling it. Because nowadays what's going to happen if you have even 100 people in a group, there is nothing that you can't say that 2 or 3 people will start objecting it, right?
By experience, I said,
Right.
when we only be one person, we can't make decisions properly. We only think one person view, our person of view. So every person have different IQ, different things. So it's only for some people can manage only one person. So when we have get 2 or 3 members, we can discuss, we can ideate, we can get a better output. So our experience, we have 4 members, co-founders in our team. One is designer, 2 are developers. I have managing. So we have different opinions, different. So that I put an idea in front of them. They will told that it's not like work like that. We can do like that. So this get better output from that. We want a better 3 team members, not like it's a lucky. I think this is one of lucky thing. I have got the opportunity. Every person not get like that one like.
Absolutely. Yeah, completely agree with you that, having those 2 to 3 members lets you bounce off the ideas. As you said, like one person can, just think from one perspective. Getting the other people's perspective is really helpful. That would be the third thing. The fourth thing that you mentioned, which is quite critical, is keep listening to your community members. They themselves will keep telling you what they actually want from the community to achieve. So keep your ears open and keep listening to them. And you can actually incorporate some of them and encourage people to share their feedback about it. And that will just make your community better, right? You just have to listen. And there's so many great businesses that you can create if you're able to create a good community behind it, right? Because that becomes your moat, right? So if you're trying to solve any problem, if you have a big community behind it, first of all, it helps you, improve your community a lot faster because you're getting a feedback a lot faster. And the secondly, it's an amazing moat because people can copy your idea, but they can't just copy your users, right? Yeah. One of the interesting things that happens that people actually fall in love with the community. They fall in love with the platform and they then become the advocates of that platform. So, tomorrow, like couple of months after, when you have achieved a little bit of success, some competitors will come in and start spamming your group. So at that time, you don't have to worry about it. Your community members will actually, kick that person out. So that's the kind of commitment and loyalty that you get, which is really important for any startup, right? Because in the starting, you don't want just users or you just don't want any client. You want users who actually love your idea, right? Or I should say easy. It becomes a lot easier if you have a community backing it up, right? So
very good. It's a very, I think every startup, our also start to have much of better community. It's to interested persons. So its community is the backbone of any startup. Is better result we can get from any other paid thing. It's better.
Exactly. See, this is one aspect of startup that I think a lot of founders ignore. That, how to build a community behind the problem they are trying to solve. That was actually the primary motivation I wanted to invite you and share your thoughts so that, any young entrepreneur who is also trying to solve a problem or build a startup, they can also leverage these techniques to also build a community, however small it might be, however niche it might be. Also build a community behind your startup, and it will make your journey a lot easier as an entrepreneur.
Genuine response from that. Only the community members only need to create a better for their community. With that, not any other intentions. Only create a better environment for the interested person. So they give a genuine feedback, so we can get better and better version of our.
And this is so much better than sending your users surveys or having a pop-up feedback option. This is so much better than that, because in that case what is happening is you are having a dialogue with your users, right? So a lot of times what will happen is they will suggest an idea and you will say, okay, this is the thing, we are not implementing it because of this reason. So then they will come up with a secondary idea, right? And somebody else will come up with a second. You're actually having a dialogue, right? It's not a one-way communication that you are having. They feel a lot more empowered and they feel a lot more involved in that startup, right? Which again is something you really desperately need in the initial days of your entrepreneurship. So Salman, thanks a lot for coming on YesUsers podcast. I hope our listeners also got value out of it, and they also understand how they can leverage the community building tactic to scale their startup faster and make their startup better.
Thank you for the big opportunity. They're very happy also. I first my talk session with any stages or get to the talk session to the anyone person. I think it's a good opportunity and a good talking with you.
I'm happy to hear that, Salman. I hope this is one of the first of amazing talks and podcasts that you have in the future. Thanks a lot for taking that bold step. Before recording the podcast, I know you shared your apprehensions about doing this, but you did well. And thanks a lot for sharing your experience. I'm sure it will be helpful for our listeners. Thanks, Salman. Thank you for tuning in to YesUsers podcast. It has been a very fascinating discussion with Salman, whose dedication to community building and innovation is paving the way for future leaders and tech enthusiasts. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on your favorite platform. Stay connected with us for more inspiring stories and insights from remarkable individuals like Salman. This is your host, Avinash Tripathi, signing off. Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and keep making a difference. Goodbye.